what a beautiful evening. And behind these curtains here is Odette. On page 222 of 150 restaurants you want to visit before you die. In Odette's elegant pastel interior, Chef Julian Royer cooks the finest French cuisine of the city. Now, we're in lockdown. So, Litty, with the help of Julian and his team, are going to try and make their cuisine at home.
His name is Michael and we call him Half. He learns the art of styling, so it's Littechef.
This is milk. But this wine, Clos Roux, is for my parents. And this is from Chablis. And in 2008, my parents and my dad's parents went to the chateau to pick the grapes. And an interesting story, my dad and the person that runs the chateau are actually really good friends. And as my dad was picking the grapes for the 2008 wine, he told my grandparents that they were having me. Just a little interesting story about this 2017 Clos Roux. Unlike usual videos, this video consists of 3 things: unboxing, plating, and of course, tasting. I love unboxing videos because I find that it's just so cool for the suspense where you open something and then you're like, oh my gosh. I love plating because it's a way to express your creativity with food. And of course, tasting. Who doesn't enjoy tasting food? Now, for the full experience, I'm actually gonna put on this Odette apron to make sure that I'm getting the full experience, just like I was. This is how 3 Michelin Star delivery works. First, we have our first course, which we already are preheating, and we have our salad for our second course, and then this is our third course, fourth, and finally 5th. And why can't I forget about desserts? Now, the first little course is actually in this bag here. We're gonna delicately warm these beautiful truffle brioche. Oh man, these are my favorite things of all time. Now, we're gonna warm up these truffle brioches for 5 minutes. All of the heavy lifting is done, and this is going to be the creative part. Each one of these courses comes with little instructions that you can follow, and now all I'm going to do is use my creativity and warm some things up. Now it's time to take out our buns. Beautiful. And as I was saying earlier, my friend Andy gave me these tongs, but now we're doing an unauthorized mashup with his bacon butter. Tonight I'm actually using a special saucers, and I'm going to place the brioche buns directly in the middle of each one, and it's going to be so good. This milk was gone fast, but this brioche bun's going to go faster. Now, I'm going to try it the way that the chef intended it. I can taste truffle and bread. Now, bacon. What can I say? Bacon makes everything better. First course, salad with beetroot. So, first we have our beetroot, and yes, of course, these are beetroot meringues, and stracciatella cheese, tastes almost like burrata, olive oil, and some flowers for decoration. And I'm actually going to be using these little tongs. Thank you, Andy, for my plating. So now I've put all of my beetroot collection in this bowl, and I'm going to take my honey and lemon seasoning, and I'm going to drizzle it on top. Now I'm going to mix it all together. Now where it's time to get a little creative. So I'm actually going to first put a big red one over on this side, and then I'm going to put a yellow one over here, and then I'm going to put a white one over here, and then I'm going to add some of these pickled onions, which are going to make it look really beautiful. And then let's see, I'm also going to add some of these pomegranate seeds, and then I'm going to add some of the beetroot meringues in the over here to make it look nice. So now I'm going to tie my dish together with some cheese to make it so then it all looks nice and connected. And finally, to finish it off, I'm going to add 1 flower right there. I've done all 4 now, and my mom loves beetroots and I love my mom, so I'm giving her the one in the middle. So now I'm going to be tasting the first course, the beetroot salad. I'm going to get a little bit of the beetroot, some cheese, and a meringue. I'll tell you how it is. I can taste the cheese and the honey lemon drizzle on the beetroots are so amazing, and the beetroots itself are super nice and sweet. Salad Queen is looking forward to hers. Chef Julian's world famous tart Riviera. It's like ratatouille, but in a tart. So here I have my oil, my herbs, and my garlic, and now I'm going to take my pizza steel. I'm going to carefully lift this up and put it onto here to warm for 5 minutes. The question is, can a 12-year-old kid like me plate like a 3 Michelin Star restaurant? I'm trying my best, guys. My tart is now ready to come out of the oven. Look at that beautiful tart. Cut into quarters because we have 4 members of our family. Now it's time to plate these beautiful tarts. So first, I'm going to take it and I'm going to place it right in the middle, just like a pizza. First, I'm going to put 2 pieces of tomato concasse on mine. And now, I'm going to put some green also on mine. Looks wonderful. I've got this neat syringe here that will make it so that it looks like there's drops all around. Make it look really pretty. As a child, I loved the movie Ratatouille, and this is it, basically, but just in a pie form. It also gets a little bit messy, so I'm going to tell you my honest opinion. Really good. Lots of nice fruits and vegetables in there. Really nice smoky flavor. It's an amazing pie. Now it's time to open our next course. We have the vegetables and the sauce, and oh, sweet mama! We got the duck breast on the duck leg. So we're gonna actually reheat both of these. So we're gonna place it over here, and finally into the oven she goes. I've got this water to boil, and now I'm gonna turn it off. And now I'm gonna place these 2 in. At the same time, I'm gonna gently warm my jus sauce. Oh, look at that beautiful dark brown color. Now I'm going to put my endives and my walnut dressing in a bowl and mix it all together. I'm going to set these endives on the plate nicely. And I'm going to plate the vegetables. They're also nice and hot. My meat has cooked, and now it's time for the final reveal. Oh man. In order to preserve the skin, I'm actually going to cut it upside down into nice, thin pieces. Alright, so we're going to plate this nicely where it's going to go right across. I'm going to put a piece of this confit right over here. Like Stephen and Jacques and the team at ODETTE, I'm going to plate this nicely at the sauce, just like they do at the table. Oh, beautiful jus. Gotta make sure it's everywhere. Now, I can't wait to try this. beautiful, nice and tender. The skin has like the right amount of texture. He's checkered it like an amazing 3 Michelin star. Beautifully cooked. I'm so happy that I can have this type of thing during lockdown. Overall, it's amazing. For my final chick, today's wild factor, well actually, not mine, Julian's, the Grand Petit VA. You might notice that there's no other magnet box in the whole set. This is the only one. Now, for our second box, we have some potatoes with some truffles, a small salad, and sauce Périgord. Funny enough, I actually have a house in Périgord. It's a small area in France. Now, the beautiful Petit VA. We don't want any sog, so we've added a rack because this has pastry in it. Now, it's time to put it in the oven, again, 180 degrees for 7 minutes. I'm heating my sauce in the pan. It's very similar to the one we did before, but this time with truffles. I'm going to put these beautiful truffle potatoes in the pan to warm them as well. Now I'm going to stir my dressing to coast the leaves. This is supposed to be cooking for 7 minutes, and my 7 minutes is up, so I'm going to let it rest while I'm doing my other plating. You can see a little bit of the juice has come out, which is why we use the rack. I'm going to put a little bit of salad in the corner for some greens. Next in our plating, we're going to plate the mashed potatoes with this Grey Coons spoon. Special shout out to Travis Macero. Now it's time for the moment we've all been waiting for, the make or break Petit VA. For my Petit VA, I'm going to put it right here, just overlapping of the two potatoes. I have some leftover green dots from earlier. Litty tip, do unauthorized mashups. These are my flowers from nori. Done. And finally, my Périgord jus sauce. Beautiful. Petit VA, this is a flagship. It has duck, chicken, and frog roe in it, and I'm going to taste it. So delicious. Nice and meaty, the right amount of frog roe. And the chicken's amazing. The jus is also amazing. My final litty tip tonight is, even if you're not going to have dessert, always give your guests something to finish off their meal. I'm going to teach you a little French word. It's petit fours, which means little things out of the oven. And I'm going to open all of these in random order. Here we have some chocolates. I'm going to place 4 of them in a small, nice pile. And then this one, Madeleines. These have a warm place in my heart. These were named after my grandmother. So again, 4 of these. And finally, canelles, the best dessert. Caramelized cakes. We usually get them on the way back from the airport, and sometimes we sneak them at the bakery. And there's our petit fours. For the final dessert, I'm actually not going to taste them, but I'm going to give you 3 reflections. The first one, it's really fun to make this type of food when someone's done all the heavy lifting for you and you just have to plate it and warm it. I found that it was a really enjoyable experience for me. Number 2, the taste. It's amazing. Everything that I've made tonight is top class, and it's all like, it's an amazing experience, ODETTE at home, and I'm really thankful that we have this. And the third one is, it's not a substitute for the restaurant. if you have the chance, I highly recommend to go to the restaurant. But now we've had to adapt during the COVID lockdown here in Singapore. So I'm so thankful that we can still have opportunities like this to make amazing meals at home. And thank you. Subscribe. See you next time.
He's Lance's daughter, styling, so it's Littechef.